My name is Stephanie. I am 35 years old. I live in a small town called Vista Creek. I am a single mother. I have 2 children. My daughter's name is Phoebe. She is 11 years old. My son's name is Jeremy. He's 7 years old. I love my children very much. They are the most important part of my life. Every day, I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It is still dark outside. The world is quiet. I feel tired, but I smile. I smile because I have something to live for. I have my children. They need me, and I will always be there for them. I go to the small kitchen. I make breakfast. Sometimes it is bread and eggs. Sometimes it is just warm milk and fruit. We do not have much food, but I try to make something nice for my children. After breakfast is ready, I wake them up. I go to Phoebe's room. I touch her shoulder gently. Good morning, sweetheart, I say. Then I go to Jeremy. He's always sleepy. He says, Mama, 5 more minutes, please. I smile and kiss his forehead. Time to get up, I whisper. After they wake up, we eat breakfast together. We talk a little. Sometimes we laugh. Phoebe tells me about her dreams. Jeremy tells me jokes. I listen and smile. I love these small moments. At 7:30, we leave the apartment. We walk to school. It is not far, maybe 10 minutes. I hold their hands. I feel happy when I walk with them. We talk about many things. The sky is usually blue in the morning. The air feels fresh. I enjoy these walks. They give me strength. After I drop them off at school, I go to work. I am not a hospital nurse. I work as a home nurse. That means I visit people at their houses. I take care of old people or sick people. I help them take medicine. I cook food for them. Sometimes I clean their rooms. Sometimes I just sit and talk with them. Many of them feel lonely. I try to make them feel better. After I finish one home visit, I go to another. I take a bus or walk. I work hard, but I try to be kind. I like helping people. It makes me feel useful. But it is also very tiring. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I start my second job. I clean houses and small offices. I do not work for a company. I find jobs myself. I carry my own supplies. I have a small cart with soap, rags, gloves, and a broom. I go from place to place. Some homes are easy to clean. Some are very dirty. Some people say thank you. Some people say nothing. But I always do my best. I clean floors. I wash windows. I scrub bathrooms. I take out the trash. I work fast. I work with care. Sometimes my hands hurt. Sometimes my back hurts. But I do not stop. I need money. I need to pay rent. I need to buy food. I need to buy clothes for my children. So I work. Even when I am tired, I work. Even when I am sick, I work. Even when I want to cry. At 6 o'clock in the evening, I finish cleaning. I go to school and pick up Phoebe and Jeremy. We walk home together. They tell me about their day. Phoebe says she got a good grade. Jeremy shows me a drawing he made. I listen. I smile. I tell them, I am proud of you. At home, I cook dinner. Sometimes we eat rice and soup. Sometimes just bread and eggs. We do not have much, but we eat together. After dinner, I help them with homework. Then I clean the kitchen. I wash the clothes. I check their school bags for tomorrow. At 9:30, I tell them it's time to sleep. Phoebe goes to bed quickly. Jeremy wants to stay up. 10 more minutes, he says. I laugh. I say no. I give them a goodnight hug and kiss. Before I sleep, I sit near their beds. I watch them sleep. I look at their small hands and soft faces. I feel love. I feel hope. I whisper, I love you. Then I go to my small bed. I close my eyes. My body is tired. My hands are sore. My mind is full of worrying. But in my heart, I feel strong because I know I am not alone. I have my children. They are my joy. They are my reason to keep going. I whisper to myself, I'm tired, but I am thankful. And then, I fall asleep, ready to do it all again tomorrow. It was a Friday evening. The sky was grey. The clouds were heavy. Rain had started falling an hour earlier. The streets were wet and cold. I had just finished my work as a nurse. I was tired, my back hurt, my hands were cold. But I was happy because I was going to see my children again. I went to the school to pick up Phoebe and Jeremy. They waited under a small roof near the school gate. They were wet. Their jackets were not strong enough for the heavy rain. "Hi, Mama," Phoebe said. She smiled, but I could see she was cold. Jeremy ran to me. He hugged me tightly and said, "Mama, I'm so cold." "I know, sweetheart," I said softly. I took off my scarf and wrapped it around him. Then I held both of their hands. We started walking home together. The wind blew hard. The rain hit our faces. My clothes were wet. My shoes were full of water, but I kept walking. We had no car. We had no umbrella. All we had was each other. As we walked, Jeremy asked, "Mama, will we eat hot soup tonight?" "Yes, baby," I said. "We will have soup and warm bread." Phoebe was quiet. She was always quiet when she was tired. She held my hand and looked down at the road. I squeezed her hand gently. The streets were empty. Most people were inside their warm homes, but we were out in the storm. I looked at my children. I felt both sad and strong. I wanted to give them more, a better life, a safer home, a warm jacket, but I had only a little. Still, we walked, step by step, closer to home. Then, suddenly, everything changed. There was a loud sound, a bright light. A fast car came around the corner. I tried to pull my children close, but everything went dark. I did not know what happened next. When I opened my eyes, I saw a white ceiling. I smelled medicine. I heard beeping sounds. I was in a hospital. My head felt heavy. My body hurt. I tried to move, but I couldn't. My leg was very painful. Where were my children? I tried to speak, but my throat was dry. My voice was weak. "Phoebe, Jeremy." I whispered. A nurse came to me. She was kind and soft-spoken. "Don't worry," she said. "Your children are safe. They are not hurt." Tears filled my eyes. I wanted to see them. I wanted to hold them. A few minutes later, the door opened. I saw two small figures. They ran to me. "Mama," they cried. They hugged me. They kissed me. I cried too. At that moment, I felt love. I felt fear. I felt hope. Then the doctor came in. He looked serious. He stood next to my bed and spoke slowly. "You have a broken leg," he said. "You need surgery. You must rest for many weeks." My heart sank. I felt panic. "I can't rest," I said. "I have to work. I have to pay rent. I have to buy food for my children." The doctor looked at me with sad eyes. "I understand," he said, "but your body needs to heal." I looked at my children. They sat quietly in the corner. Phoebe held Jeremy's hand. They looked so small, so quiet, so afraid. Then I remembered something worse. I'd borrowed cleaning supplies from my friend. They were in my bag during the accident. Now they were gone, wet, broken, lost. But that was not the worst part. When I fell, I hit a big glass window of a store. The glass broke into many pieces. The store was expensive. The owner said I must pay $25,000. $25,000. I had no savings, no family to help me. No insurance, no way to pay. I covered my face with my hands. I cried. My children cried too. They were scared. I was scared. That night was the hardest night of my life. I felt alone. I felt hopeless. I did not know what to do. I could not walk. I could not work. I could not pay the money. And yet, even in that dark moment, I held my children's hands. I whispered to them, "I'm sorry. I love you." Jeremy kissed my cheek and said, "It's okay. Mama, you're still the best." His words touched my heart. I did not know it yet. But something was about to change. Something big, something beautiful. But on that stormy night, all I could feel was fear. Fear of losing everything, fear of failing as a mother. I closed my eyes and prayed for a miracle. I did not know if anyone would help me. I did not know if the next day would be better, but I hoped. I held on to hope. Because sometimes, hope is the only thing we have. The next morning, I was lying in my hospital bed. My leg was in pain. I was tired. My heart felt heavy. I was still thinking about the accident. I was thinking about the broken window. I was thinking about the money I had to pay. I was thinking about how I could not go to work. I felt lost. I felt scared. Then something happened. A nurse came into the room. She had a phone in her hand. She said, "Stephanie, someone wants to talk to you." I was surprised. I did not know who would call me. I took the phone slowly. My hand was shaking. A man's voice spoke. His voice was deep, but kind. "Hello, Stephanie," he said. "I read about your story. I want to help you." I did not know what to say. I was quiet. "Who are you?" I asked. "You will see soon," he said. Then he hung up. I sat in bed, confused. Why would a stranger help me? Why did he care? 2 days later, something beautiful happened. A group of people came to the hospital. They brought flowers. They brought warm clothes for Phoebe and Jeremy. They brought toys and books. They brought food and drinks. My children smiled. They were so happy. Then, a young man walked in. He had kind eyes. He smiled at me. He sat next to my bed. "You don't know me," he said. "But I know you." I looked at him. I still didn't understand. "I read your story online," he continued. "It touched my heart. I want to help you. Not because I have to, but because I can." Tears filled my eyes. I said, "I don't know what to say." He touched my hand gently. "You don't have to say anything," he said. "You have done so much already. Now, let us help you." That day, he and his team paid all my hospital bills. Every dollar. I no longer had to worry. I could finally breathe again. But that was not the end. A few days later, they came back. "Get ready," they said. "We want to show you something." They took me and my children in a car. We drove through Vista Creek. I looked out the window. I saw the small shops. I saw people walking. I had lived here for so long, but this drive felt different. I felt something new. I felt hope. Then the car stopped. We were in front of a house. A big, clean, beautiful house. "This is for you," they said. I was in shock. "For us?" I asked. "Yes," they smiled. "This is your new home. You do not have to pay rent. You do not have to worry. This is a gift." I could not speak. My legs were shaking. I fell to my knees. I cried. My children cried too. They hugged me. They laughed. They said, "We have a home." That night, we slept in warm beds. The house smelled like fresh flowers and clean air. There was food in the kitchen. There were books on the shelves. There were soft pillows and clean clothes. My children danced around the living room. I sat in a chair and cried again. But this time, my tears were not from pain. They were from joy. 1 week later, the young man came back. He asked me, "Stephanie, what is your biggest dream?" I looked at him. I wiped my eyes. I thought for a moment. Then I said, "I want to open a salon. I want to make women feel beautiful. I want to help them feel strong, like someone helped me." He smiled. "Then let's make that dream come true," he said. In the next few months, everything changed. I took beauty classes. I learned how to cut hair. I learned how to style. I learned about running a small business. I had a mentor. She taught me about money, planning, and customers. Phoebe helped me design the name of the salon. Jeremy picked the colors. We called it Phoebe and Jeremy's Dream. 1 year after the accident, I opened the doors to my own salon. It was small, but it was full of light and love. I had real customers. I had real income. I was no longer tired and afraid. Now, I wake up each morning with a smile. I work in my own business. I help people look good and feel happy. My children are healthy. They study hard. We laugh together. We cook together. We sing together. Life is still not perfect, but it is beautiful. I look back at that stormy night, and I remember the pain. But I also remember the kindness, the stranger who became my hero. The people who gave me hope. I started with nothing. Now, I have a home. I have a job. And I have a family full of love. Sometimes, life can be dark. But even in the darkest night, one small light can change everything. Never lose hope. Never stop believing in kindness. A better tomorrow is always possible. Stephanie's story is a journey of pain, love, and hope. She was a tired mother, working every day and night to care for her two children, Phoebe and Jeremy. She had no money, no support, and no rest. Life was very hard, but she never gave up. She always kept going, even when she was sad, sick, or scared. One stormy night, Stephanie had a terrible accident. She was hurt, her leg was broken, and she could not work. She also had to pay a lot of money for something she did not mean to break. It was one of the darkest times in her life. She was afraid and lost. But she still held her children close and told them, "I love you." Then, something amazing happened. A kind stranger saw her story. He helped her. He gave her a new home. He paid her hospital bills. He gave her a chance to dream again. Stephanie said her biggest dream was to open a salon, and 1 year later, that dream came true. Today, Stephanie is not just a tired mother. She is a strong woman. She is a business owner. She is a symbol of hope and love. She worked hard, and life gave her a second chance. She believed in herself, and now she is happy. What can we learn from her story? The most important lesson is this: never give up, even when life is hard. There are still good people in the world. Kindness is real. Even when we feel lost, we can find a way. Hope is stronger than fear. If you are facing problems now, think about Stephanie. Be strong like her. Keep going. Believe in yourself. And if you can, be kind to others. One kind action can change a life. Now, congratulations. You listened to the full story in English. You have improved your listening and understanding. That is a big step. I'm proud of you. Let's play a quick game. Question: what is the name of Stephanie's dream business? A. Phoebe and Jeremy's dream. B. Stephanie's beauty room. Write your answer in the comments. Or B, I will check who got it right. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so we can continue to bring you more inspiring English stories. Your support helps us stay motivated to create free content for you. If you love our work and want to help, please consider donating. It helps us pay for editing, writing, and tools to keep this channel running. In the beginning, things are very hard. But with your help, we can grow and create more quality lessons for everyone learning English. Thank you for being here. Keep learning, keep dreaming, keep believing.